Yes, we won, but I don't know how much I'm going to be able to mentally take anymore. That game really seriously took it out of me, guys. Okay, let's get these things said. Right, Sunderland 3, Aston Villa 1. Get in, we won. I have to be brutally honest, though. Sorry, my hair's going all over the place and get cut. But as far as this goes now, I think it's safe to say that's probably Aston Villa dead and buried. I said, right, if you're going to end up staying up, Villa, you're going to need to either beat Norwich and Sunderland, or at least one of them, and then not lose at the other one. Lost to Norwich and thought, right, you've got to beat Sunderland to give yourselves even a slight chance, a smidgen of a chance of staying up. They've lost. I said before the game, if they lose to Sunderland, gone. That's it. Obviously, mathematically, a miracle could still happen and they could stay up, but to be honest, I just don't see them getting out of it right now. If they've lost to, say, Sunderland, and especially in that fashion as well, 3-1, which makes it look half convincing for Sunderland, which it wasn't, then that's it. Let's be honest, Sunderland didn't play well in this game whatsoever, because I was expecting it, because it was going to be the basement battle of the Premier League. It was going to be the bottom two teams going at each other from the start. Or, well, maybe that's not the right word. Physically going at each other, but there wasn't really much in terms of goal creating chances or goal mouth chances or anything like that. Right, Sunderland did get a couple of slices of luck today. The first goal, Van Aanholt. I haven't seen the shot back. I haven't seen the goal back enough times, but from what I saw, it looked like the Van Aanholt shot was either off target or it was on target, and Guzan was going to get to it. But Mika Rich's deflection, wrong-footed Guzan and put it into the back of the Villa net. Get in, great. Fabio Borini, I still like Fabio Borini as a player. Don't get me wrong, I still like him as a player, and I like that he's signed for us. I think he's got quality about him. He can hold the ball up relatively well at times, and he's genuine, and he can be a goal threat on his day. However, I could have killed him for what he did that led to Villa's equaliser. He tries to take on two Villa players in his own bloody half and tries to skill his way out of things. And then Villa end up dispossessing him, goes down the other end, down the byline, right-hand side, cross comes in, Gill, smash. What a hit, son. 1-1. But I was screaming me head off. And I would have been having a rant, by the way, had we not won this game. And a small part of me is still ranting about it, because we had to do it the fucking hard way. We had to do it the hard way. Instead of making sure we can actually be professional, get a 2-3-0 win, a clean sheet, Bob's your uncle. Brilliant. Relief is the big word. Then I can't remember who it was that did the long ball for Defoe. That's the thing that was pissing me off, by the way. How many times are you going to do a long ball to Jermain Defoe, who's about 5 foot odd? Yes, we got away with it today, but still, man, if you're going to play that game, play Fletcher. And I'm not having a go at Allardyce, because I think he's the best option of what we've got at the moment. And don't get me wrong, he can rightly say, yeah, but Defoe won today. So there you go, won us the game. Anyway, long ball comes in. Defoe, I think he's either chests it or controls it with his feet, turns, and then skins the Aston Villa defender. I think it was Julian Lescott. Please correct me in the comments below if I'm wrong. And then smashes it past Guzan into the back of the net. 2-1 Sunderland. Come on! And then afterwards, Villa were kind of doing what they did all game, which is that they were passing the ball around Sunderland's back line a lot, but they weren't doing a great deal with it. They didn't really look massively threatening. So I would say that Sunderland won the game mainly because we had the slightly better quality in the final third than Aston Villa. Because both defences are shit, but Sunderland's attacking quality is better than Villa's. So, and then the third one comes in now. Toivonen came on, Graham came on, and I think Quartes came on. Toivonen, who I still don't rate as a player, by the way, I think he's absolutely useless. He had one half-decent game against Villa in August, and then against Arsenal at the Emirates, he actually played okay. I played half-decent there. But then after that, other than that, he's just done next to nothing. But I'll give him credit where it's due. Here, runs through, down into the 6-yard area, assists Defoe, great persistence from Toivonen. Defoe lashes it into the top right corner, 3-1 Sunderland. 3 goals, 3 points. Bob's your uncle. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Villa. Oh, man. Honestly, I don't think people understand the relief that everyone I'm sure have felt, but I especially feel the relief having won this game. Especially considering beforehand, this game was billed as a big 6-pointer. It was second bottom versus bottom of the Premier League, and Sunderland, being Sunderland, I'd expect to lose this game. Thankfully, we didn't. A draw, I still wouldn't have been very happy with, because, again, I don't give a shit if Villa think they should be beating Sunderland. Fact is, Sunderland should be beating Aston Villa, especially at home. End of story. So that was the big plus for me. Had Sunderland not won today, I would have said, boom, that's it. We're down. See you later, Premier League. Bye-bye. So, at the end of the day, got the 3 points. That's what matters. However, this win does not paper over the cracks. We won today because Villa are shit. That's it. We won because they didn't have much attacking quality in the final third. And even thankfully, without a Bonlahor, who always seems to turn into Messi or Ronaldo when he scores, when he plays against Sunderland, even though most of the time he's useless. Jordan Ayew being missing, I think, was big for Villa today through suspension. I'm quite glad he was missing, to be quite honest, because they didn't have much attacking quality in the final third. Having said all of that, though, I think I see it very difficult for Villa to stay out of it. Sorry, to get out of the situation that they now find themselves in. And Sunderland aren't in a better position, much better position, because we're still 4 points adrift of safety, and there's still a long way to go in that respect. But I'd rather be in our position than in Villa's. They're 11 points adrift of safety as it stands tonight. So that just shows how big this win was. And I think I was really nervous ahead of the Newcastle game back in October. I think I was probably just as nervous, if not more so nervous, for this game. In fact, this is one of the games I've been most nervous for in a long, long time, because this was not only probably the biggest game of Sunderland's season, but it was one of the biggest games of our recent history. And I think the fact we've now won it just shows this club cannot afford to rest on its laurels a second longer. You know, we made stupid mistakes today, even though really we should have been just doing the basic stuff, which really pissed me off at times in this game. You know, Catamol is a good example of this, actually. Catamol, I think, is one of the most mixed games I think I've ever seen in Catamol's career. There were times during the game when he got stuck in and made really good passes and organised the midfield. And don't get me wrong, I still want him in the team because there's still fight in the side while he's in it. But at times he tried to do the clever little fancy niggly shit and ended up giving the ball away because of it. And it wasn't just Catamol, a lot of players were doing it. And it was so annoying. Now today we got away with it. But we have to cut that out because we will not get away with that every single week. Now, Arsenal away next week in the FA Cup. As far as I'm concerned, that game is just a plus. It's a bonus. I don't really care much about that game. If I was concerned, I would just throw all the youngsters on it. Now, obviously, a lot of Sunderland fans will want to see us have a go at the FA Cup because of, you know, it's the FA Cup. We want to try and do reasonably well in it. However, given the fact that we then go to South Wales to face Swansea and then Tottenham back in North London afterwards, all in the space of a week, we really have to prioritise the league games over anything else. So, with that in mind, let's look at the next few league games. Swansea, Tottenham and Bournemouth. Bournemouth, don't care what you say, we should be beating Bournemouth at Stadium of Light. Swansea, we should stand a chance of going there and getting a win, or certainly getting a result at the very least. I think let's say miraculously Sunderland beats Swansea and Bournemouth, already then things would look a bit better. Now, and in that respect as well, I think this is going to change how people are going to perceive us when signing for us. Before this game, we were 7 points adrift of safety. Now, obviously, thankfully, Swansea and Newcastle both lost. So in that respect, then, you're looking at 7 points adrift of safety. Now it's 4 points adrift of safety. Now, it's still not the best position to be in, but this, I think, will make a difference in terms of who signs for us, because now we've gone from half a chance to now having a decent chance, a pretty good chance of staying up. If we can this win's kept us in touch with sides above us. So that shows how big this win was. I know I say it every week, but that is honestly how big this game was. And I was shouting and screaming my head off throughout the whole damn match, guys. So I'm certainly going to enjoy Match of the Day tonight. Maybe even football first. Whatever I watch tonight, I'm probably going to enjoy it. Oh my God. And in the short term, at least, I can happily reflect on a Sunderland 3-pointer. At least until Arsenal will probably get brought back down to planet Earth. Look, guys, like, comment, subscribe below. And there you go. And thankfully, I'm going to give a shout out to one of my friends on Twitter, followers who gave me a ticket to go to the Villa game today. I think it's Dan Bunn. Correct me if I'm wrong, if that's your name, if that's your wrong name, mate. But honestly, guys, whoever's name is, he was brilliant today because he gave me the ticket to go to the Villa game today. I actually managed to get it off him because he had spare tickets. So I appreciate that a lot, mate. Honestly, thank you very much. There you go, guys. That's it. That's 3 points against Villa. I expect at least Kone to sign, if he's going to sign. I expect that to be done by the Arsenal game. Corker, if possible, by the time we face Swansea. Let's just see what happens. But honestly, people underestimate how big this win was. So I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to head out on that. See you guys later. And now I can finally go to fucking sleep tonight.